Hi, my name's Roger Osborne. Welcome to Your Best Cast. Being able to cast well is both a great joy and a weapon. When I go fishing and I cast, I want to know my bait is going exactly where I want it. Most definitely, having the ability to cast accurately and also possessing a long cast will enable you to catch many more fish. In this video today, in my first video on casting, I'm covering the basics. I'm going to take you through all of the steps from A to Z on casting. Key point number one is, how does a fishing rod work? Well, a fishing rod is very bendy and flexy, a bit like a spring, and when it's bent over like this, that's what's called being under load. Your rod is loaded up. And when you make a cast and it's under load, it's a bit like a catapult. It just goes like pa-ching. And the spring of the rod helps propel your bait in the direction of your cast. There are two times when your fishing rod is under load. The first one is when you're playing a fish, and then the second one is when you're making a cast. Key point number two is choosing the right fishing rod for the fishing reel that you're going to be using. That's really important because fishing rods are designed and built with the reel seat of the rod in a specific position. Here we have two rods with two different reel seat positions. The reel seat position is designed for comfort, ease of use, and optimum power in making a cast. It is simply the place where the reel is positioned on the fishing rod. This spinning reel is attached to this fishing rod in what I would call a mid-range reel seat position. This fishing rod has been built specifically for a side cast reel with a low reel seat position with the reel seat close to the butt of the rod, which is what you need when you're casting a side cast reel. This type of low reel seat position is not suitable for a spinning reel. In a video coming up soon, I will go into detail about fishing rigs and why it will greatly increase your fishing experience to use the right ones. If you're a beginner, I would recommend that you start with a spinning reel and a fishing rod to suit it. Don't just grab any fishing rod off the rack. If you're not sure, just go and ask the person at the tackle shop and tell them the type of fishing you're doing and get some help from them. Key point number three. Key point number three is your hand position on the fishing rod. This is mainly pertaining to using a large fishing rod like you would use off the beach or off the rocks. You have one hand down low on the rod and one hand up a bit higher, really about shoulder width apart. This is consistent whether you're using a spinning reel or a side cast reel. The only difference being, with one type of reel, you hold the line with your top hand, and the other type of reel, you hold the line with your bottom hand. But your hands are basically in the same position on the fishing rod. And having your hands in this position just gives you control and gives you the ability to have power in your cast. Key point number four is stance, and that's the position in which you stand when you're making a cast. I cast over my left shoulder. I'm left-handed, so my right foot is forward and my left foot is back, and my feet are about shoulder width apart. And you need to have a comfortable position, especially if you want to be able to cast a long way. If you're rock fishing and beach fishing, you need balance. And I find this certainly comfortable, and I'm able to put as much power as I want into a cast when my feet are in this position. Key point number five is your casting action. Your casting action is simply the physical action of your cast, and it's simply a smooth, controlled swing over your shoulder, pointing in the direction that you want your bait to go. I've been using mainly beach rods for this instruction. However, the basic principles of casting action apply whether you're using a large or a small fishing rod. With small fishing rods, you still use two hands, but not a wide grip. Key point number 6 is the trajectory of your cast and the point of release, which is when you let go of the fishing line. This affects the height and the distance and the direction of your cast. If you let go of the line too early, your bait will fly straight up in the air and it won't go very far. If you let go of the line too late, your bait will land pretty much straight in front of your feet. There's a sweet spot that you want to hit when you release the line, which is in the green area. Have a few goes and you'll get a feel for it. Key point number 7 is your focus. Your bait will go in the direction that you're looking. So you need to focus on the point that you want your bait to go when you're making your cast. Key point number 8 is power. And power relates specifically to distance. The amount of power that you employ in your cast will determine how far you cast. And once you've learned to get a nice smooth casting action, the next thing is to be able to increase your power and see how far you can cast. In my next video on casting, I'm focusing specifically on distance and how you can get your longest cast, which makes a very big impact on your ability to catch fish in certain places. If you've got any questions, put them in comments. If you've liked this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and share it with your friends if you think it'll benefit them. Remember to subscribe because I've got lots more videos coming. And thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it's been helpful.